My name is Shanessa Prescott-Jenning, and I'm joined here with Kayla and Shauna. I brought you here to discuss groups, group communication, and the importance of groups. My first question is, experts say in a successful group there needs to be positive task rules and social rules. What are the pros and cons to these rules? And to give some background, a positive task rule would be a critic or a summarizer, and a social rule would be a praise giver or a harmonizer.
Okay, so basically just attributes that people in the group are better at doing is the role they take on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I would say that it could be formal or informal, something that someone would take on naturally because they're more alike to that role. But what would you say are some pros and cons to these roles?
It's pros would be that it's so well thought out. So methodical that everyone should know basically what they're going to do if it's all going to be signed that way. Cons is just a lot of structure, and some don't adapt well to that. So.
And some of the roles may be less useful, like the empathetic roles. They're just kind of getting the group to harmonize, but not actually doing anything, not accomplishing anything if they're just trying to get everyone to get along.
Right, and it's one of those things, like one of those kind of roles, like a harmonizer, empathizer, what do they call it? It's one of those things everybody should be doing anyways.
Right.
If there was already respect, there wouldn't be a need for empathetic roles in a group.
Right.
Would you say that in a conflict in a group, would these rules be beneficial though?
If there was a conflict, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But not on an everyday basis for a functioning group.
Mm-hmm. Right, like if a group is just falling apart or something, then I'm guessing that would be great to help kind of mend it and bond.
Mm-hmm. So my next question is, in general, as far as problems, is it beneficial or detrimental to use groups to solve problems?
That would depend on what kind of problem you're solving.
Mm-hmm.
Most large problems you would need a group to solve, is you're going to need more than one person for any type of lofty goal to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
One person isn't going to, build an entire city or run a whole government.
What benefits does a group provide as far as solving problems?
Variety of opinions.
I agree. I think that groups offer diversity, and they also offer a level of accuracy because of that diversity. And there's more resources when you use a group to solve a problem.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
And my next question is, in groups, there are unofficial and official norms. What group norms have you seen in a group, and what are the benefits and cons to this? I would also expand a little bit more on that. So generally there are 3 norms that consist in a group. One of those norms are social norms, and I would give an example of what is funny or what is appropriate to say in a group setting.
Right.
Another norm would be decision-making norms, which would have to do with timekeeping, when we start the meetings, and what our meetings will look like. Another norm would be task norms, and that really has to do with the end goal and is that work adequate enough.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Social norms, yeah, definitely setting. I mean, it's different from the groups I talk to at school to, you know, the groups you talk to maybe, you know, out on your day out, you know, on the street or something, you know. So what's socially acceptable somewhere might be not be socially accepted somewhere else.
Yeah, you want to know ahead of time what the group norms are for the particular group.
Right. That also has a lot to do with like how your group would be portrayed. You know, if you were to do something one would call unacceptable in a setting. Yeah.
That's some really interesting insight. I had heard you say that some norms may be different from other norms in groups. How would you say that these norms are created?
Group consensus. Usually the group is going to take on the aspects of the leader itself.
And whatever one's been conditioned to believe is acceptable and not.
Thank you.
You're welcome.